guys are gonna have to forgive me. This is my first review video. So I'm going to test this bad boy out. This is GH5 on a Zhiyun crane 3S with a SmallRig ring. And pardon my audio sucks because I'm too lazy to throw a lav mic on, and we live right next to a highway, so there's a lot of background noise. But the finished video will have dope music from Upbeat, shout out to Upbeat, on it anyway. So that's that. Just letting you guys know what we're gonna do now. Really liking this gimbal with this ring setup. Feels nice. I also have the Flowline suspension vest. It's kind of out of frame right there, you can't really see it. And I got my man Fortress Max as a stand-in model. You'll see all of that as we go along. So hopefully this helps somebody, I don't know. And as I do these more often, hopefully I'll get better at them, because I know this one sucks. I already know it. But anyway, that's what we're doing. So, yeah! At the GH5 inside the Crane 3S gimbal with the SmallRig ring. I'm rocking a Field World T7 monitor. It's the cheapest one that I could get that does anamorphic de-squeeze. It's a little dark in terms of brightness, but it's good enough for a good 90% of the shoots that I do, so it's fine. I may step up to something with a little bit more nits in the future. What do we have? We have the SmallRig cage, the second generation GH5 SmallRig cage. I have a SmallRig adapter here for the HDMI cable. This is a lifesaver because it takes all the pressure off of the HDMI port, especially when you put the clamp on there. It just keeps it, you know, nice and solid. I have my Sprig cable management thing here, but as you can see, it kind of doesn't really work too well. I mean, it works okay, but it's fine. This plastic is a little too soft for this. But it's okay, it's fine actually. It does help a little bit. But this is a lifesaver, man. Like there's no, like when I'm taking the HDMI cable out, all the pressure is right here and none of it is right here. I've gone through so many GH5 repairs because of this HDMI port failing. I'm a little rough, yo. I just be pulling shit out. And then we have the Zhiyun follow focus. It's not as powerful as a dedicated follow focus like a Tilta or something like that, but it's fine, it works, especially on a wide angle lens like this, where I don't really need to pull focus too heavily or drastically. You know, I keep this pretty much at infinity, so, or close to it, so it's good. And that's pretty much it. I got the V-mount battery on the back here, along with a SmallRig, V-mount plate. And I was at one point doing the V-mount battery where I would basically kind of plug the camera right into the D-tap here. But from what I've been understanding, plates like this are really good for power management, because if anything goes wrong, this kind of works as a buffer, so I'm not blowing out my camera. And then also, I'm gonna at some point get a 12 volt to NPF so I can power the Field World through here as well, so that everything can just be powered with just one V-mount battery. Anybody who rocks with V-mount batteries know that they're the truth and they last forever. So yeah, we're rocking with that. I got the Sure 24mm anamorphic lens on here. I got a Pro-Aim MB600 matte box with a nice soft donut, Combate lens support, Combate plate here that holds 15mm SmallRig rails, and then the Zhiyun specific base plate, and that carries the follow focus. The follow focus kind of sits on there like that, and then we rock out, yo. So yeah, this is the whole rig right here. This is pretty much it. I would normally have a top handle when I go handheld, and that's the beauty of this thing, this Zhiyun Crane 3S, is that I can literally just take this off the plate here, throw a top handle on, and I'm good to go. That's it. I'm rocking. I don't really have to break it down or anything. I might switch out the HDMI cable actually for something a little lighter and smaller, more flexible. But the Crane 3S is so powerful that it can handle this heavy, HDMI cable no problem. When I'm flying my rig on the Weeble S, obviously I strip it down a lot. It's nowhere near as built up and bulked out as this, but for that one I have a much thinner cable that I use for that one because it's it has lighter weight. But anyway, I'm talking too much. Moment of truth. I've already balanced this, so we're going to unlock everything. I love the locking mechanism on the Crane 3S. It's really sturdy and good. There we go. You see I had hands off just before we turned on, so it was perfectly balanced. And I'm in pan follow mode. I got the smart sling handle here on the back, and we're gonna put this on with the Flowline suspension vest, and we're gonna do some tests, y'all. I'll make it happen. Make it happen, Captain. All right, let's get it. So now we're at 24 frames per second. Pan follow mode. Here we go. Wearing the harness. I can feel the bounce up and down, but I don't know if it's actually translating. This is a 7-inch monitor, but everything looks different on the big screen than it does in the smaller monitor, as we all know. Ugh. It feels fine, actually. As if I stand up straight, I might have to take the smart sling handle off, actually, which is going to be problematic because then how do I pull focus? I guess I could use the wheel. I probably should use the wheel, actually, and take the smart sling off just so I can hold it closer to my body. Because I feel like having it further out puts a little bit more strain on my back. Okay. So now, again, pan follow mode. The gimbal is off to my right side a little bit, the ring. I'm gonna do a run. Here we go. running right now. Okay, backwards. I feel like this is gonna be shaky as hell. Oh, there's gonna be so much shake. All right, here we go. Again, 24, run. It's kind of a ninja run, but I'm running. Okay. Backwards. All right. Shake on the monitor, as in the monitor itself is shaking, but I don't know if the gimbal itself is doing a lot of shaking. I'm checking the horizon line as I go, and it's fairly straight. We're getting a little wobble on the horizontal line there, but to my eye, it looks straight, but again, I'm on a 7-inch monitor, so we'll see what happens. All right, when I take it to the big screen. I'm not doing any kind of focusing or anything like that. This is just a shake test, a stability test. Not really concerned with focus right now. POV mode. Hey, it's me. Here we are in lock mode, so the camera stays locked on the axis no matter what I do. So yeah, lock mode now. This is ostensibly the most stable mode of the gimbal because all axes are locked right now. So this will be a good test to see how it works on this ring. Again, I'm doing a ninja walk, but not really. I'm not really trying too tough. I just bumped the gimbal there with my knee. So again, a pretty good test if you ask me, because again, I'm not really trying. And it seems pretty stable. So I know if I really kind of put my effort into ninja walking, I'll probably be real good. All right, slow motion now. So this is my little mini review I am by no means a review channel here. I'm just a cinematographer who really has a passion for making my job easier. And the Crane 3S totally makes my job easier. It's granted, the GH5, which is this bad boy here, has some really good IBIS on it. So I don't really need a gimbal much, except for when I have very specific shots that require that gimbal look, that signature kind of like floaty, steady look. 90% of what I do, actually maybe like 75% of what I do is handheld. The rest is on sticks. I'm on a tripod or something like that. So I don't really need a gimbal much, but when I do need one, this Crane 3S will really come in handy, especially when it comes to flying a, big cinema rig like this. The GH5 is not a cinema camera, but the rig is a cinema rig. I've taken off the V-mount battery, but this is pretty much how it will fly on the Crane. And yeah, it as you can see from the tests, I wasn't really trying too hard to be steady. So I suspect that, when I do really do like a proper ninja walk and all that kind of stuff, it'll be really good. And to be able to fly all this with a V-mount battery on a gimbal is awesome. I had a Weeble S, which I was using prior, but I would have to strip this bad boy down basically to just the cage. It would pretty much take any lens that I have, all my lenses, ran with it, flew on it just fine, but I would have to strip it all the way down to like literally just the cage and the lens, which is fine. But for professional shoots, time is of the essence. So being able to just take all this, again, V-mount battery's not on here, but to be able to take all this and just slide it off the gimbal and just go directly to handheld with maybe attaching a top handle and then putting the monitor on that, which takes literally seconds. It's a dream. It's a godsend, and I'm really happy to be able to do that. And because of that ease of use, I'm able to use a gimbal a lot more now, which is awesome because gimbals are dope. Yeah, like I said, the Crane 3S, awesome. I'm very late to the party. This thing has been out for almost 2 years now, something like that. And I generally like to wait for a while before I purchase any electronic equipment. I like to let things cook in the wild, so to speak, a little bit. And adopt them kind of like second generation, maybe even third generation before I jump on. And I was very fortunate in the sense that I was able to get the Crane 3S with the Smart Sling handle on sale for only $350, which is insane considering how much it flies and what the competition in that price range is limited to in terms of weight. I mean, there's nothing else on the market that can fly a fully rigged out GH5 with a cage, with a follow focus, with a heavy 24 millimeter long anamorphic lens, with a matte box, with rails, with all this kind of stuff, and a V-mount battery on the back, which I again have taken off. There's nothing else on the market in the price range that can handle this. So in order to fly something like this, on a gimbal prior to this, you'd have to spend at least $6,000 on something like a Movi or a Ronin 2 or something like that. So to be able to do the same thing for only $350 is awesome. So yeah, it's pretty dope. And like I said, I'm not a review channel. This is just one cinematographer sharing his thoughts about how something has made his life as a cinematographer a little easier.
I will say though that the ring, it can be a little unwieldy in certain circumstances. I'm probably gonna go and try out like an easy, not an easy rig, sorry, a ready rig. You know, the one that has the two arms that kind of stick out. And then I'll attach the cage to that, and maybe, excuse me, the ring to that, and then probably, you know, test that out and see how that works. You know, maybe I'll do another review video for that setup. You know, it felt a little unnatural in some positions, and that's probably more due to, you know, my unfamiliarity with that particular setup. Because again, I'm well familiar with gimbals. I've been using a Weeble S for many years now, actually. Again, I don't use it that much, but when I did use it, you know, I used it a lot. So the gimbal itself isn't the issue. I think it's the combination of the gimbal plus the SmallRig ring, with the additional weight, because it is very heavy. It's really heavy. There's no way I would be able to fly this thing and operate it for long periods of time without some sort of support. It's just not happening. That's not a thing. And I know people will be like, oh, you know, hit the gym, you know, get a little stronger, you know, and that's cool. And I do. But the whole purpose is to not have to strain. The whole purpose is to not have to strain and you know, hold heavy things for long periods of time. That's the whole point. You know, we could do it, but we shouldn't have to. We're not supposed to. That's the whole point of having support systems. More practice is needed for sure. Not just with the gimbal, but with this whole review video process, because this ain't me. And I hope this helps you. And if it does, what am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to tell you to like and subscribe, right? Yeah, so do that. Share it with your peoples, but only the cool ones, all right? So yeah, I hope this helps somebody. I sincerely hope that this helped you make a decision, a purchase decision. But yeah, again, like I said, I hope it helps somebody. I hope it helps you. Please like and subscribe, and we out.